Can you tell me if there's any differences between last season and this season?
I feel like there's a big difference between last season and this season. Last season, we've had to sort of reinvent the show this year. Last season was very self-contained story-wise. This year, as we've discovered, we're able to have a lot more fun. It's more of a romantic comedy this year. Our two lead characters, Alice and Ben, are together. They're not enemies in any way. They're not testing their love in any way. What do you think some of the differences are?
Well, it felt like last year we were being called a drama and we felt an obligation to that, and there was this big cat and mouse between Alice and Ben, and what kept seeming to be true is the show was most alive in these moments of humor and levity and comedy, and we didn't want to sustain any longer a doubt about these two people loving each other. So we've taken all those elements and really gave them gas in season 2.
Fantastic. Yeah, your character right off the bat, season 1, had this really crazy dynamic of being a really powerful woman, but also being kind of like a scorned lover. So what was it like balancing those two different sides of such a complex character?
Well, I mean, I think she went after the fact that she was a scorned lover with all the power that she brought to the other aspects of her life. So she's a doer. She doesn't like to let anything get in her way. She takes all of that fierce energy and just applies it to whatever the task is at hand. And it happened to be in season 1 that her lover had betrayed her. In season 2, there's a whole new set of complicated circumstances. We're not doing as much of the serialized cases of the week. All of the cases that AVI is taking on are much closer to home, and we get to see series regulars thrown together in very kind of explosive ways.
Cool, nice. So something that I love about ABC is their really great lineup of primetime shows, and they all range in different topics and styles. So if I could ask you guys, what is your second favorite show on ABC aside from your own?
I'm really bad at answering these questions.
I know you're probably not a big TV watcher.
I'm a huge fan of all of the Shondaland shows, I have to say. I worked on Grey's Anatomy and I worked on Scandal, so I'm biased. But I love my friend Pete's show, How to Get Away with Murder, very much. So those are probably my favorites on ABC, I would have to say. I like Blackish, too.
Yes. Fantastic show.
I'm so sorry, I don't watch
I totally understand. You probably, you have little kids, right?
I do. I watch Pixar.
So how about this? So Heather Catlin, who's the host of our show Hot Topics, she just welcomed her second baby. So she's a new mom. So if you had one piece of advice to give to a new parent, if you could look back on your time when your kids were their very youngest, what advice would you give?
Just to try to keep perspective that the days are long, but the years are so short. And just to, anytime you feel overwhelmed, breathe and lean into it instead of pulling away.